Morning and thank you for joining us on the Tuesday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan Ikboy, and joining me this morning is Ibrahim Shita. Ibrahim, it's a rainy Tuesday morning. I'm sure you're happy about that.
Well, it's not for you to tell me that it's raining. I should be the one to inform you that it's raining, even though we can hear. Well, before we came into the studio, we heard that it was raining. Everywhere is padded, so it's difficult to know whether it's raining currently. But all the same, I should be the one to tell you that it's raining because yesterday you rubbed it on my face that some of you have not seen rain, but now the rain is here.
Yeah, so that's why I said you're happy about it. Anyway, we have a long list of issues we will be looking at this morning, talking about insecurity, the issue in Kaduna, and the rising cost of living. Nigerians are speaking about these issues, and recall there was a protest in Ibadan yesterday. And then the court ordering federal government to prosecute Dele Giwa's killers, 37 years now. We'll also be looking into that matter in the course of the program. But first, let's bring you the story. Let's begin from this point, where it's a cheering news as the federal government has commenced the payment of the withheld salaries of the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Recall that the President Bola Tinubu on October 2023 approved the release of 4 of the 8 months ASUU withheld salaries. The salaries were withheld when the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari invoked a no-work, no-pay policy against some university-based unions that embarked on a strike which lasted 8 months in 2022. The Minister of Education, Tahir Mamman, recently said the government has increased the university workers' salaries by 35% and has granted autonomy to the universities by removing them from the integrated payment and payroll information system. Well, ASUU has responded to this payment, and they are saying that only few of its members received an amputated 2-month salary from the federal government out of 7.5 months withheld salaries, even though from the state, what we just read, the government approved 4 months, they have received 2 months, and they called it amputated. I like that one, that description. And the president, the national president of Academic Staff Union of Universities, that's Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, confirmed the development in an interview. It's a good thing, it's a good development that we're seeing with regards to this matter. The government keeping its part of the bargain, paying some of the salaries, as we have seen. We believe that the remaining 2 months that was approved will come in as quickly as possible. So we should also get some response from ASUU with regards to, now that they have been removed from the IPPIS, your withheld salaries being paid, we shouldn't be seeing any strike in the coming years. I want to believe.
Yes, except they decided to join the Nigeria Labour Congress, because of the attendant economic situation that entire Nigerians are actually going on, But it's a good thing that the federal government because government is continuum. So whether it was owed by the Buhari administration, it's incumbent upon the Tinubu-led administration to resolve all of those issues, because it's something that is more of a carryover. The fact that they had a no work, no pay. It's part of the. What's it called? Is looking at it from the legal point of view. It's recognized under the country's labor law. Talk about Section 43 of the Nigerian Labor Act, which allows employers to withhold wages for the period an employee is absent from work without a valid reason. Okay, so to the federal government then, it was not valid. So that's the reason why they withheld the 8 months. Yeah, but all the same, some people, remember that some people who are part of who are part of the lecturers and non-teaching staff, they will have some of them who would have gone on maternity leave, we'll have some of them who would have gone on sick leave, some of them compassionate leave, and all other leaves or other reasons why they should be absent at that time. So they can't lump them up all together, but they will say, well, because it's a union, then everyone will be. So those ones who can actually go to court saying that even though our union was on leave, was on strike rather, I actually was on a legitimate leave. So you can't tell me that you won't pay me
lump
for
us
those
all
periods.
together.
So all of those things are very, very, germane. But all the same, they were advocating, they're fighting the cause to their own benefits. They are not saying that they are not going to work, but they are actually fighting the government at that time that they wanted good government. They wanted certain the side of the government. The side of the government should be respected. All of those negotiations that they made. So SANU is angry because they've not seen anything. At least ASUU saw amputated salary. But SANU said they have not even seen anything. And at that time too, they also have about 8 months, which the federal government is owing them. So it's better the federal government meets them halfway so that they would be able to resolve these issues. Otherwise, no university can work without, these non-academic staffs.
Absolutely.
Staff members, I should say.
Absolutely. The government perhaps also understand the fact that some of our lecturers are also living in droves outside the country. And so some of these issues, the pressing demands that he put forward before the government, taking them out of IPPIS and all of it, were some of the issues. And they felt that the government was not seeing the value they bring to the table. And so some of them left. So perhaps this step by government will pacify some of them to say, you know what, let's also, because there's also the matter of 35% increment to their salaries, as is being reported. So I hope that the government will keep looking at ways to improve the welfare of these lecturers, especially the fact that we know how critical education is to our society as it is. So it's a way of encouraging them and also pacifying them to see that, okay, we know how difficult the situation is as it is, but we understand. And so we are looking to ensure that you have some level playing field so that you can thrive in the process of helping us with matters of education. So it's a critical thing, it's good, but we hope that government continues to look at engagement with persons like this so that there will be no breakdown of communication where the other party is saying you did not keep to the bargain.
Yeah, that's right. And I would like to urge or implore the academic to help this government navigate this this murky water of economic crisis that we find ourselves in. We can't just be in those citadel of learning without having our paperworks coming to life, bringing them to life. Not just that you write some research works and then they are there in the library or they're there in the shelves without proper implementation. So we should move away from theories or theorizing issues. Let us come to talking about practicality.
Absolutely, especially when we are looking for homegrown solutions to some of our challenges. We spoke with a member of ASUU some time ago, and I was talking about my experience when I went to Malaysia and how it is that they are developing homegrown solutions, a particular school we went to. And he was saying that, you know what, they have had these kinds of conversation with government, but government is seemingly not embracing whatever it is that they have been able to come up with. I recall there was a student that came up with, his project was about developing a car using electricity or something at that time. So many things that students have come up with.
That's right.
And there are so many research papers in there. And we believe that they can be beneficial. Some of the things that have been researched upon can be beneficial to the government, the economy, whatever aspect, agriculture. So many things have been researched on that we can tap from to benefit us one way or the other. So the government should start looking at how to engage these persons so that we can move as a society. We recall what the president's mantra was when he was campaigning, and he talked about various aspects, looking at the matter of agriculture, every aspect. So we believe that the university is that hub where he can tap whatever he needs that can move us forward with regards to achieving his mandate at the end of the day.
Definitely.